Outsiders, good evening. I'm Mark. That's Keisha. I'm Keisha. That's Mark. And this is your show, sports show, Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. What's up, Mark?
Not much. How's it going?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Had a blazing weekend. Very hot.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend, too.
Mark has a tan, y'all. He's getting sexy back for the summer.
I'm bringing that Arizona back out.
Okay. Well, we have an excellent show planned for y'all tonight, guys. We got Game 5 of the NBA Finals set to go underway in about an hour. We're going to talk about the French Open and how exciting that was. Also, we're going to talk about the Belmont Stakes and show the WNBA some love because they've gotten underway. About 2 weeks ago, they got started, I believe.
Yeah, everyone's played about 10 games now.
Yeah. So we're really excited about today's show and chopping it up with you guys. Mark, you want to do the normal announcements?
Yeah. Obviously, if you're listening to us and you found your avenue of partaking each and every Monday, but you can also find us on Facebook, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show. Find us on YouTube. Also search Just a Bit Outside Radio Show. And also the Be Exposed Radio website, beexposedradio.com, has 2 apps to listen to us through, Radio Loyalty and Intune, I think. I'm going to have to double check that.
Tune in radio.
I was dyslexic.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. Rehearse it.
Yeah. And give us a call. 410-702-5657. Join the party.
Holla. All right, what's going on around town? What's going on? Big stuff for the Ravens, hon.
Oh yeah.
Got Jeremy Maclin, hon. How do you love that?
That's awesome. Obviously, wide receiver was a need position, and
we were just talking about this last week.
Yeah, it fills that need. Not that he's the only guy that they are going to use, but
right.
It gives that marquee player in the position that hopefully Joe Flacco can throw to, especially after losing Pitta.
Yeah. He definitely gives the receiving core a huge boost. This guy's been to the Pro Bowl, very experienced. He got a little bit banged up last season. I believe he only had about 2 touchdowns and 536 yards, but he should get a lot of attention on this Ravens team. And, like Mark kind of alluded to, another option for Joe Flacco with the passing game. So everybody's really excited about that. I believe it came down to Baltimore and Buffalo.
No, actually, that was the word on the street.
Okay.
But apparently his final 2 choices were us, obviously, and Philly.
Oh, okay.
Talking about returning to the
Really?
the Eagles, yeah.
That would have been cool too, but sorry, Philadelphia, no dice. But it took from what I understand, it took a whole lot to get Jeremy Maclin to come here. I mean, Baltimore pulled out all the stops.
Yep.
Jimmy's Famous even got involved. Did you hear about that?
Crab cakes for life.
Crab cakes for life. They went from yes, crab cakes for life. They went from crab cakes for the length of the deal, which is a 2-year deal, by the way. He's gonna be with us for 2 years. And then they upped the ante to crab cakes for life. So Jeremy Maclin now gets Jimmy's Famous free for life.
And apparently he already gave him a shout out on Twitter.
Yeah. I saw that. Jeremy Maclin, crab cakes are like one of my favorite foods. So feel free to bring us a crab cake every once in a while.
Or we'll join you at Jimmy's.
Yeah, we can join you at Jimmy's. Right. So, so that was pretty awesome. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll definitely be talking more about that once the Ravens season really gets underway. What else do we have going on? Belmont Stakes.
Belmont Stakes.
Did you happen to watch the race?
I did not.
Yeah.
like I said, it was a busy weekend. I spaced out until I think last night. I was like, oh yeah, the race.
Right. Well, the Belmont Stakes went down.
My horse didn't even run.
Yo, my horse didn't run. I was going to talk about that. Like, honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, if you took our betting advice.
Sorry.
No.
Oh.
Be thankful because you didn't lose any money. Okay. My horse, Epicarus, was scratched due to my horse failed the vet exam.
Really?
Yeah. Failed the vet exam. Was not able to train like Thursday or Friday before the race. And was a little quote unquote off on his right foot. I'm not really sure what that means. But the horse was not well enough to pass the exam that is required for all of the horses to race. There was another big scratch. The favorite of the whole entire race, Classic Empire, was also scratched from the race. He was favored, like I said, just favored to win the Belmont, and he was scratched due to an abscess in his right foot, and apparently he had an abscess in the same right foot earlier this year. Actually, his first race of the season. So they took him out of that. The winner of the Belmont.
Aprit.
Right. I want to say, I don't know if I was really feeling the Belmont love this year. The race, excuse me, went with all the scratches and all the last minute craziness. I think it went from like a 20 horse race to like
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
One horse didn't finish. I can't remember who.
Really?
But I was looking at the results, and the last was DNF, did not finish. So I couldn't find any information as to why. But
okay.
I mean, you'd think it'd be all over the news if like it was a serious injury or something like that.
Right.
We've seen that happen.
Right. At least they didn't have to put him down out there.
Yeah.
Or something. So,
To the glue factory.
Right, to the glue factory. All right, so what else do we have going on? We're gonna get into some WNBA talk.
Well,
what?
Tonight we got Game 5.
Oh, okay.
Of the NBA Finals.
All right.
And we were talking about Jeremy Maclin and his new contract.
Okay.
So, with that kind of money, when you got a lot of money, what kind of stuff can you spend it on? Because someone spent $133K on tickets to tonight's Game 5.
Right. $133,000 for 2 courtside seats. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the most expensive tickets in NBA history. So, that being said, we'll watch it for free from the comfort of our own home.
And if someone has $133,000 to blow on tickets, I have student loans if you want to like send a little. Oh.
I think we all got student loans. Let's circle that back one around to the WNBA though. The ladies of the court are in full effect, and I'm gonna be honest, I am really excited about this season. There are a lot of like what ifs that are kind of in the air when it comes to the WNBA season. My biggest what if is what if the LA Sparks repeat? They're in a lot of people think that they're in a good position to repeat like they did back in 01-02.
Yep.
There's a lot of speculation with the Minnesota Lynx.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They expected them to win the championship, and our home team, the Washington Mystics, have made moves in the offseason. They have made big moves in the offseason. Who are you most excited to see? What storylines or?
I'm kind of going a little bit hometown for me.
Okay.
Got to remember, my hometown's different.
Yeah.
Phoenix Mercury.
Okay.
They have a really storied history. their coach right now. She is Australian. She actually is part of a head coach for the Australian national team.
Oh, really?
And she played in the WNBA for a few years. Her name is Sandy Brondello.
Okay.
I hope I got that right.
Spicy.
She played for the Detroit Shock, who no longer exist. Well, they exist as the Dallas Wings. She then got drafted in the expansion draft to the Indiana Fever. She was traded, never played actually for the Fever, traded right away to the Miami Soul. Let's see. She was one of the top 3-point shooters in the league, and she remains a 4'10" 3-point shooter.
Okay.
That's the fourth best in league history. She went on to coach. Let's see, the Silver Stars.
Okay.
She was an assistant there from 2005 until 2013, and then she was promoted to head coach. Didn't do so well there. After about 3 years, they let her go. And then she was hired by the Phoenix Mercury 2014.
Okay.
And her first season, bam, won the championship.
Right. Okay.
She got WNBA Coach of the Year. She got another honor, I can't remember. But yeah, to see someone, go from player to coach and get those honors, it's pretty amazing. That season, they actually had the most wins for a WNBA team in league history, and also was the obviously with that record, the best record in the league that year. They won the championship 3 years ago, and they're definitely one of the teams that you got to watch out for.
Nice. So, so this will be her third season
Yeah.
at the Phoenix Mercury.
Fourth.
Okay, 2014.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. All right, so I guess you'll be on the lookout for that. What I am most excited to see with the WNBA, I think I'm going to have to go with Elena Delle Donne, the big pickup for the Washington Mystics. I think, honestly, the biggest acquisition in franchise history, to be completely honest with you. She is so awesome. She is being compared to Kevin Durant.
Wow.
Yeah, and we both know that's some pretty big shoes to fill. So, when you speak of her and you're hearing the whispers of Kevin Durant, you have to start to pay attention to her and what she's doing. And then, like I said, awesome acquisition for the GM, who also is the coach of the Mystics, Mike Thibault. She came from the Chicago Sky. 2015 WNBA MVP. She also won the gold medal with the women's team in 2016. Last year, she averaged 21.5 points per game. So, this young lady is definitely on one and is going to bring some serious power to the Washington Mystics this season. And that's what I'm most excited and looking forward to moving forward with the WNBA.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It's going to be real sweet. What about the predictions for championship? You got any predictions for WNBA this season?
The Lynx, they were always a team that was just there but never could quite get it. And then a few years back, they did get their first championship, and now they have two. And they're on top of their division right now, I think.
Yeah, they on top of the conference. Yeah, the whole.
They're 9-0.
Yep, number one in the West. That's right.
I'll go with the Lynx and the Mystics because right now they're just the best teams in the league.
Okay, and I got the same as well. I mean, it's hard to deny that fact because they're both sitting on top of their respective conferences, Minnesota in the West, Washington in the East, and they also both have nice, comfortable leagues for first place. So, The Mystics, though, are really surprising because last year they were in sixth place. They finished like, I think it was either last or second to last.
Yeah.
So, it clearly Della Don is making an impact already because they're first place in the conference. They also, the Mystics also signed Christy Tolliver in the off season, and she is a, big 3-point shooter. So when you and she also won the title with the LA Sparks last year.
Okay.
So when you have Della Don, you got Christy Tolliver, and then you add Emma Messiman to the mix. You have a nice young core that can do big things, and you can definitely build around. And I'm pretty sure they'll do their best to keep them all together for a little while. So
That's kind of what draws me to Phoenix too, is that they have a really good core. They have a Brittany Griner.
Yeah, I think she had like 38 the other night or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Balling.
And she was huge in college. She's only 3 or 4 years into her WNBA career now.
She came from what, Baylor?
Baylor.
Yep, that's right.
She's the only NCAA player to score 2,000 points and block 500 shots. When she was still in college, she was 2012 Female Athlete of the Year for the ESPYs. And so far, she's a 3-time WNBA All-Star. Also in that core for Phoenix is Danielle Johnson, who came out of Oklahoma. She's also a 3-time WNBA All-Star. And then there's Diana Taurasi.
Yeah.
Who is
the vet.
Yeah, the vet.
The general.
She's been there since 2004, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
She is just her laurels alone. I think if you look at the current players as far as Hall of Fame credentials, bam, she's it. She's spent her entire career with Phoenix. She's won 3 titles. She was a 2009 WNBA MVP, 2009 and 2014 Finals MVP, 5 scoring titles, WNBA Rookie of the Year back in 2004, 7 WNBA All-Star teams, and 9 All-WNBA teams.
And you can go ahead and throw a couple of gold medals on top of that too. So
and a partridge in a pear tree.
So she's Hall of Fame ready.
Yeah.
Absolutely. that should be like an automatic first time bid type deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This weekend, Cheryl Swoops, she got inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. The second such induction for her in the last 10 months. 10 months ago, she was inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame. Cheryl Swoops, obviously a pioneer with the WNBA. And I was reading a really interesting article. She lost her mom back in March.
Yeah.
And she had lost a coaching job because she was new to coaching and everything, and she was kind of losing the passion for the game. And before she lost her mom kind of pushed her and made her realize what her life's ambition was. And so she's getting back on the horse, and her getting that induction was kind of just another notch in her belt and a push in the right direction.
Shout out to Cheryl Swoops and congratulations. Outsiders, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to discuss LaBooty James Gang and Cupcake Durant. Don't go anywhere. Shots fired. It's what we do.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside. We thank you for joining us each and every Monday. Give us a call, 410-702-5657. I'm like, where did I put that paper?
You think we know that by now?
I know. Right? Well, you get to stare at it. I'm always like, where is it? Thanks for joining us again. We are anxiously awaiting 9 o'clock so that we can get this NBA Game 5 underway.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait. Thank you, everyone that likes and shares the page and the video. We have likes from my cousin, Lake Shepherd.
Bam. What's up?
Cindy Her Bryant, old school, high school buddy.
Okay.
And she is a Bulls fan. She's a Chicago native.
Oh, okay. All right. Better luck next season.
Next season.
Yeah.
We got some comments there. Kathy Williams, I think you said.
Yeah, Soror. What's up? Thank you so much for sharing, man. Appreciate that, baby.
And
Jaina.
Thank you, Jaina.
As always.
Jinjali Lynn.
Oh, Lynn says Labooty in a necessary slight. He constantly puts up triple doubles. Yeah, he does put up triple doubles, but in this final series, what's the end result?
He's put up a couple triple doubles this championship series.
Yeah.
And they're down 3-1.
Yep. Right, shots fired. But hey, you guys, please chime in. Let us know. Are you team Cavaliers or are you team Warriors? And do you think the Warriors will get it done tonight? Please comment. We'd love to chop it up with you on that topic. But let's get back in it with the NBA Finals. We already said that we've had the two most expensive seats in NBA history. Mark, do you think LeBron is going to experience the worst ass whipping in NBA Finals history tonight?
Probably, because that's the way every single game goes. I am so pissed off. Every game's like 20 points. What the hell? I remember back in the day with Steve Kerr hitting that last second shot. Yeah. That's basketball. That's what we need for a finals, not some 20-point blowout.
Right. Jordan against the Jazz,
Oh, yeah. Just the other day, it was the 25th anniversary, I think, of Jordan's double-handed layup where he passed underneath behind himself or something like that. The layup. The layup.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You went on the other side of the rim.
Yep.
Yeah. These finals, I mean, we've already talked about this a little bit. I mean, they are so weak and watered down. There are a lot of people out there, my man Mike Banks and some of my friends from the Game Day crew, that are conspiracy theorists. And they truly believe in their heart that the Cavaliers are going to rebound. And this is going to be like a 7-game series, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I don't mean any harm. I mean, we are in familiar territory, right? Yeah. Like, Cleveland was down 3-1 last season, right?
Yeah.
But, like I said, this season is different. The feel of it is different. You have different aspects. I mean, and you would think that Cleveland would be in a better position.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this go around, because they're not really dealing with the injuries that they had, like last time around. But I feel like this series is personal. Okay. And you can tell that it's getting personal because Game 4 had a couple of moments where, things got a little real.
I think it wasn't personal enough until Game 4.
Right.
It was almost like they were just going through the motions for the first 3 games, and then someone lit a fire under LeBron's ass. I don't know. Actually, Game 4 was the first time he didn't get a triple double for the finals. Spread the love, spread the ball.
Yeah. Well, Lynn likes to join the conspiracy theorist. She says Cleveland is definitely going to win tonight. TV money, 6 games at least. And, and I don't know, and this brings me kind of to another topic. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is like this whole thing has gotten so personal. We've got the serious trash talk. And up until, we haven't seen it until game 4, very physical play.
Yeah.
Okay. If you watch game 4, I'm pretty sure you remember that there was this moment where, KD and LeBron, they had this little face off, and both of them were talking a whole bunch of crap that,
Yeah.
they were talking a whole bunch of crap, and both of them soft as hell. It was extremely funny. But what would you rather do? Because I was kind of thinking about this while I was watching the NHL hockey game last night. Would you rather win that series at home in front of your crowd, right? Or would you rather win a series on the road and watch all of the hopes and dreams of your enemies get crushed, as you stand victorious?
Their fans just crying in the stands.
Right.
I would rather. I think the dream is to win in your home in your home city, do it in front of your fans. But realistically, you want to get it done as soon as possible. So if that means winning in the other team city, do it.
Yeah. I guess I'm a slight conspiracy theorist because I honestly think Golden State could have and should have got it done game 4, but I feel like they dropped game 4 so they could go back home and win. I don't know. I feel like, with Steve Kerr coming back and everything, like, I felt like, oh man, of course with a little help of the referees, because I felt like they were whistle happy game 4. If you brushed somebody, they blew the whistle. I just felt like they wanted to take it back home and be able to, experience that moment with the fans. And I definitely think that it's going to go down tonight. You know what I mean? Mark, what changes, or what do you think Cleveland needs to do tonight to, you laughing already, to remain in this series?
I'm going to answer the same way I answered last week. There's no series for them. They can just start planning on next season. They're done.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be over tonight?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I do too. Well, to give them some glimmer of hope, or a sporting chance, I think that it seemed like Tyronn Lue had them slow the pace down a little bit in game 4. At least they tried to, and I think that that's very beneficial to them. That works more so in the favor of the Cavaliers because, Golden State is, by them having so many options, they are such a wonderful transition team. You know what I mean? And you really don't want to get them, running back and forth, up and down the court. You don't want to get into that kind of game with them, because, their transition is just too much. And,
well, what they end up with? 119, I think?
I believe it was like
119.93.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was like one of the. That's still kind of a high-scoring game, but
if you think about it too, first quarter Cavaliers scored 49 points.
Right.
That was ridiculous.
Right.
It's like Golden State just didn't have any defense that first quarter. They just couldn't put enough pressure on them, and LeBron, he is a leader. I'll give him that much credit. He was driving that team, and 49 points in a quarter is damn impressive. Yeah,
and they kind of changed up their pick and roll kind of deal too, to whereas, they were. I felt like they were trying to get away from Steph Curry and more so forcing Cleveland's big men, JaVale McGee, Jaja Pachulia, and David West, to defend LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is They will lose that battle every time because they're not fast enough to keep up with LeBron.
Yeah.
What is LeBron's one big move? Puts his head down with a head of steam and he just drives to the basket. So you have to be able to move on your feet to defend him well. And they totally exploited that. And I think that was one of another good change that Tyronn Lue made. And they reaped the fruits of that benefit. And like I said before earlier, they got more physical with them. It seems like, you could tell that they were in this, okay, we're in this back against our backs are against the wall. And they need to continue that type of energy tonight to win, because I'm telling you, man, Golden State is going to be rocking. That arena is going to be off the chain, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty intimidating for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Absolutely. That I think I'd want to be at that arena just for the experience alone.
Yeah.
That you'd like a Seattle Seahawks. Whenever there's a game there, it's so loud that the cameras start shaking.
Yes.
That's how it's going to be tonight.
You think
I
so?
guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah. Decibels going to be all the way up there.
Yeah. Bring your earplugs.
All right. Over under. I'm gonna pick 4. Wait a minute. How many fights are going to be tonight? Over under 4.
Define fight. Like,
all right.
Jawing and little chest shoving.
Yeah. Well, let's not say fights. Let's just say aggravated interaction. I don't even know what you call what they do. I guess trash talking. It was okay. Incidents. How many over under 4? How many incidents do you think is gonna be over under?
4.
You think it's gonna be 4 exactly?
4 exactly.
Really?
Even money.
Okay. I'm gonna go over 4. I think we're gonna have something going down like every 5 minutes. Especially if Golden State comes out with a lead early in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, LeBron doesn't want to lose this series. Jeez, the talks have already begun.
Yeah.
The craziness has already begun. I heard last week LeBron to L.A.
La La Land. And either one of the teams. It's not specific to the Lakers or the Clippers.
Right. Because I've had some people say, well, he might go to the Clippers.
He lives apparently not too far from Staples Center. So, he wants to go home.
Well, I sincerely hope he does not end up on my squad. I don't know why everybody's trying to put all of these problematic people on my squad. Now, not only am I worrying about LeVar Ball and his drama, you talking about bringing LeBooty to the Lakers too? Help me,
Okay.
Lord. Help me, Lord.
I would almost be willing to accept LeBron on the Lakers because I am a Lakers fan too.
Okay.
It kind of strikes me as like when Shaq went there, the star going to a place that has history and wants to get a championship history going again there. So I can deal with LeBron there, but I'm going to tell you right now, Lonzo Ball, there is no way in hell he's going to the Lakers, and I'll tell you why.
I don't think so either.
Because apparently today he had a workout with the Lakers and he showed up out of shape.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. That's what was reported today.
Out of shape, like how? Like what?
His conditioning, he couldn't keep up.
He just
all that trash talk his dad's doing.
Wait a minute, it's June, right?
Yeah.
3 months and he's already out of shape? Dude, what you been doing? Sitting on the couch eating pizzas every day? You ain't me.
He bought into his dad's hype.
Oh my goodness, I did not hear that.
And he has 2 younger brothers who
Right.
LeVar's already saying, oh, they're both one and dones. If one and done even exists in a couple years.
And this happened with the Lakers today.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I'm going to read up on that when I get home. So, wow, you just blew my mind with that one. I can't believe that. So, I honestly don't think that, I don't think Ball would be a good fit with the Lakers anyway. We already have our young dudes, and we've already got a system that we're trying to implement and everything. And I just really don't think, not only I don't think LeVar Ball, will fit. But I don't think his son
That's the thing. You
Lonzo.
gotta
I
find
don't think he would fit into that type of system.
You got to find a team that's willing to put up with the dad.
Right. And
And
I'm pretty sure Jeannie Buss and company is not having that shit.
I think the only thing that or a team that pops into my mind immediately is someone who's dwelling at the cellar and could use the controversy, I guess.
The
and
Sixers.
The Sixers, maybe the Pelicans. Someone that needs a polarizing figure like LeVar.
Okay. Okay.
That's who I could see.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. New Orleans Pelicans. That's an interesting pick, and I'm pretty sure the folks down in the Big Easy wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah.
They like their boisterous people.
Yes, they do. They got Boogie Cousins down there, and I'm pretty sure Boogie and LeVar Ball would get along just fine. Hey, my man Daryl Crawford. Daryl says that Golden State is going to win it all. We agree with you. Smart man. Put the money on it tonight. Book it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, please don't forget, comment if you're Team Warriors or if you're a Team Cavaliers. We want to hear from you tonight. Shout out to my girl Candy. Thank you for following us. Jen, Jesse, dog, I'm going to see you in August for fantasy football. And please believe Team Hollaback is going to take it this year. I'm not playing around this year. I'm going to see you soon, dog.
Maybe we should put together a just a bit outside league.
I was actually thinking about that. I have a couple of homeboys and a couple of homegirls who said that they, I asked around a little bit and they said they would be willing to do that. And I was thinking maybe we could, set up the room outside, have a draft party.
Yeah.
But all right, we're going on a little tangent right now. So let's bring it back. So, right, we went through all of the hype with Game 4. We both agree that Game 5 is going to be a wrap tonight. We'll all be drinking the tears of LeBron James and company, including the fans, when it's all said and done this evening. I'm going to be looking forward to the memes tonight.
Yes.
I am going to be looking forward to that.
LeBron with his receding hairline, and probably head down.
Yep. That's fine. That's what we do. All right. So also that another big event that went down this weekend is the French Open.
Mm-hmm.
Here at Just a Bit Outside. We love tennis too, and would you say that this year's tournament was exciting?
Yeah. Especially on the men's side.
Okay.
I think back to all the players in history, and there's names for every generation and every era. Johnny McEnroe obviously is a big name that springs to mind. And Nadal, I think, has just cemented his name up there in the echelon.
That was going to be my next question to you. Has he, solidified pretty much his legacy? This weekend, if you guys did not know, Rafael Nadal of Spain, he plays out of Spain. He won the French Open. I believe this is his 10th. Yes, number 10.
Not one.
Yeah.
Not two.
in the Booty James style. Not 3, not 4, not 5, 10. He won 10 French Open titles to date. You have to. I mean, there is no disputing this fact. This man is the king of clay. And let me be honest with you guys. As a Rafael Nadal fan, this was just really a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he has had his share of injuries over the past couple of seasons, and he really hadn't been looking like himself. And I really feel like this is kind of like a catalyst. This is a turning point for him. He looked really sharp in this year's French Open. And I think with 10 titles, he might be the
winningest.
Yeah, I think he is
so.
like the all-time winningest out there in Roland Garros. So, he may be from Spain, but, France is definitely his home and what he loves. So, congratulations to Rafael Nadal on accomplishing that feat, man. That was really awesome. So Mark says that the French Open was exciting. due to the men's side, um, I feel like the French Open was exciting because of the women's draw. So we're going to discuss more about that when we get back. So outsiders, don't go anywhere. We know you love tennis. So chop it up with us. Team LeBron, Team Durant, Team Cavs, Team Warriors, LaBooty, Cupcake, whatever you want. Yo, chop it up with us. Don't go nowhere.
Well, Jason, I've got
Outsiders, welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us. Hey, listen, guys, share the link to the show. Share the link to the show so folks can watch. All right. Um, quick shout outs again. My man Robert Gatlin from the Game Day Fan, RG. Hey, what's up, dog? I see you, and thank you for joining us. I think I have some other. Hey, Blaze Johnny Battle is in the building as well. What's going on, baby? That's Frostburg. That's my Frostburg fam there. So we appreciate y'all, and thank you for tuning in. And I got more trash talk from my man Daryl, who says that ha 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 ha, Team Hollaback ain't going nowhere this year. Yo, Daryl, Team D Magic is at the top of my list now. Yo, I got my eyes on you, dog. I got my eyes on you. All right, so when we left off, Mark and I were discussing the French Open and how exciting and how much fun it was to watch. We gave Rafael Nadal his props for beating. I mean, he completely whooped Stan Wawrinka, and I believe it was straight sets. I mean, it was kind of like the tennis equivalent to the NBA Finals, So, shout out to Rafael Nadal on that. And I was saying that the French Open was really exciting due to the women's draw. I mean, we had a women's champ who came out of nowhere. Yelena Ostapenko from Latvia.
Say that 3 times fast.
Right. I'm not even going to try to do that again because I did it right the first time. I know it'll be spicy the second time. But yeah, 20 years old, tennis champ from Latvia. And I mean, this was the finals match was awesome. It was really awesome. She dropped the first set 4-6, but rallied to take the next two 6-4, 6-3. Yelena has an awesome serve. I mean, it's of course it's not as strong as Serena, but at 20 years old she has a powerful serve, and as she gets older she's only gonna get stronger. This kid is really really awesome, and you guys please take note of that name, Yelena Ostapenko from Latvia. I'm expecting to see some good things from her in the upcoming tournament at Wimbledon in London next month. I think, Wimbledon starts up next month. I can't wait. The reigning champ. I mean, we had all types of drama. The reigning champ, Garbine Gubaruza. Got that down. Practiced that one. She actually lost kind of early. She didn't even make it to like the quarterfinals. She lost to Kristina Mladenovic in the fourth round. So we had our expectations for Radzwanka and Madison Keys, and none of that stuff came to fruition. I mean, this was like completely unexpected. I feel like, with the men's draw, you kind of got the usual suspects. It was a little bit surprising to see what's my man's name? Djokovic. He left a little earlier than normal, but I mean, you still had Rafael Nadal in there. You still had Stanis Wawrinka. You still had Marko Cilic. I don't know what happened to Joe Williford Songa, who is from France. Did he even play? I meant to look on that. Did he even play in the tournament this year? Or he must have had an early exit too. But Gail Monfils, shots fired. That's what we do. We pretty much had the usual suspects. I think there was one, Kei Nishikori. He had made it to, I believe he had made it as far as the semis, and that was kind of like sort of like a new face to make it that far. But with the women's draw, you had all of these unexpected players, go really deep in the tournament. And, ultimately, I think that's what would made the French Open so exciting for me. I'm really looking forward to Wimbledon. I think the Serena factor is just going to seriously give us some some good stuff
Absolutely.
from here on out. I'm going to have to do my research as to who I'm going to back for the grass court in July. But as we've been saying, I mean, it's up for grabs with the women.
Well, it was interesting too. As Venus, she's had her struggles with her syndrome. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Sjogren's
Yeah,
syndrome.
and but she had that amazing run at the Australian Open.
Yep.
And she started doing well in the French Open too. But I think she got bounced in the fourth. round.
Fourth round. She got taken out in the fourth round. That's right.
So I think she was kind of a sentimental favorite going into that.
Okay. Hey, your mom says hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Okay, all right. So, oh yeah. Ooh yeah. My favorite segment is about that time. The Real on Wrestling with Mark Foster. What it do? Tell us what's going down.
Let's see. We have Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. They're actually tangling tonight. Kind of a
Who's that? On Raw?
on Raw, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of a building up to their big championship match at the so well named pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire.
Right.
Man.
I don't even know what to say to that. They ain't even a shot fired. They did that themselves. I mean, it's just like, oh man. Yeah.
On the SmackDown side, they have their show this Sunday pay-per-view show, Money in the Bank. And what's interesting on that one is first time ever they're going to have a women's Money in the Bank match.
Really?
Yeah, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, someone else. And I think it's going to be exciting. The women, they've come such a far way in showing that they're just as good of performers as the men. And to see them go into that ladder match, that's going to be an amazing sight. On the men's side, they have like Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler. They're all going to be going for the men's Money in the Bank. Let's see. There's Randy Orton challenging Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. That's all coming up this Sunday.
So wait a minute, hold up. Did you explain the whole Money in the Bank thing? Like,
No, I guess not.
actually, yeah. Let's give our
Money in the Bank is money in the bank.
Okay.
It's a ladder match, and there's a briefcase hung up above the ring. In this briefcase is a contract for a world championship match at the winner's choosing. They could and have run down after the champ was in a really tough match and tell the ref to ring the bell and basically steal the title. Actually, I went to stay here at TLC 2011. Daniel Bryan cashed in, and that's how he won his first world championship. So it's definitely something that can enhance storylines. It's really good for a bad guy, because then they could do that really shitty thing and run down and after the champion's been in a rough match. So yeah, that's the Money in the Bank ladder match.
So you said they put a contract in the briefcase.
In the briefcase.
Okay,
and it's good for up to a year.
Okay, then did they disclose the amount of the contract?
Well, it's just for a world championship match.
Okay.
At the winner's choosing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's cool. All right, anything else going down with WWE?
It's kind of a slow time, so that's about it. And but also this weekend we had UFC Fight Night 110. MMA action going on. Did you watch any of it or hear any news?
I did hear about Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
It was like right.
Mark Hunt.
What did you? That was yes. I don't know if I can come back. Right. Okay.
I just said it really quickly altogether. I don't know what you're thinking about.
So he won by TKO this weekend, right?
Fourth round TKO, yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the dude.
Is that
Obviously.
clearly right?
His last two matches, they were losses. Going back to UFC 200, he lost to Brock Lesnar. Unanimous decision. That loss has since been vacated, made a no contest because Brock failed some doping tests. So Mark Hunt was very adamant, even before the results came back, that Lesnar was juiced and he didn't really lose. And then his last fight before Saturday was against Alistair Overeem. And Overeem's a badass. I don't care who you are. And he lost. And not too long ago, he made accusations that Overeem was doping. It's like, dude, just because he lost doesn't mean that these guys were doping. Now, Overeem had food poisoning a couple days before the fight. The day of the fight or the day before, they gave him IV antibiotics and liquids to get his dehydration gone. And Mark Hunt, I swear, the dude actually said, I don't think it was true. I think that they were giving him something to dope him up.
Like a steroid
because
or
in the ring, in the octagon, he did not look dehydrated. He did not look tired. That's why they gave him the IV, you idiot.
That's the point of the IV. Right. Wow.
And now he's in the top 10 of the heavyweight contender, so...
Right. I just saw that.
Yeah.
So what's going to be on deck for him?
That's up to Dana White. But I'm sure, the guy's getting press. He's getting acknowledgement, so they're definitely going to put him up against another top 10 contender and see if he can move up the ranks.
He doesn't seem like the brightest fighter in the ring.
Not too many headshots.
Right, way too many headshots. Well, I thought I saw something about a fight breaking out after a match where the spectators...
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was something. We're gonna look that up
Yeah.
on the it was like this huge fight where the spectators actually jumped in the ring and started fighting the fighters. It was crazy. I know that we also had Derek Brunson came back. This was his first fight since his controversial loss to Anderson Silva last February, and he's a middleweight contender fighter, and he whooped Daniel Kelly's behind with a first round knockout. So, I guess Derek Brunson's feeling really good about himself. Keep up the good work. We'll look for more from him in the future. Any other MMA matches that you want to jump on?
Not matches, but news is Dana White's talking about shutting down the flyweight division, the men's flyweight.
Okay.
And Demetrius Johnson, the champion, he's been pretty vocal against Dana White in the UFC lately.
And the flyweight, what how much is that for?
Oh, you'd have to ask that.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't write that one down. I just wrote flyweight division.
We're gonna look that up too.
You
But go ahead,
look it up,
keep
yeah.
it up.
So Demetrius Johnson, he not too long ago, he came out and complained about Dana White and the matchmaking. He's on 9 straight championship defenses. One more will tie the record, I believe, with Anderson Silva.
Okay.
For most UFC title defenses, regardless of division. And Dana White wanted him to fight TJ Dillashaw. And Johnson said no. And Dana White said, I'm the guy that makes the matches.
Right. I write the checks.
So you're going to fight Dillashaw. And I think Johnson has said he's not going to do the fight. And now it's escalated to where Dana White's talking about shutting down the whole damn division. It doesn't make sense.
So flyweight, I believe, is 125.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So, all right. So let's talk about this. So if he shuts down this flyweight division, everybody, I guess, is got to move up to 135.
Probably, yeah. Or go somewhere else.
And what is that? Is 135 middleweight?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy that said Johnson, he said he wouldn't fight, so he was going to give up his title then,
Not
right?
Dillashaw, yeah. He doesn't want to fight Dillashaw for some reason. And he'd actually taken another fight against a lower rank contender.
Okay.
And then kind of changed his mind on that because he wanted more of a name opponent. He coming up, it would be his first actual on the pay-per-view card instead of the prelims. And he knows that's going to be a big bonus for him, so he kind of wanted a name to get the better chance at the better pay-per-view bonus.
I don't know. It seems pretty juvenile for Dana White to say he's going to shut down the whole division.
Yeah, I
Because-
thought so.
Yeah, I would say. Well, did he say what his reasoning was behind that? Just because this guy won't fight?
He didn't say that, but it's interesting that it's like 2 weeks after Johnson said his comments.
Okay.
I think he said like the UFC is always looking at divisions and seeing which ones draw and which ones have the most participation, et cetera, and
A lot of politics.
yeah, pretty
Political
much.
BS.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And if they shut down, the weight class, then ultimately he would be losing his belt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That sounds like a little tit for tat situation there. I don't know about that. We'll be on the lookout for that.
And we thought Real Housewives got petty.
Right. Dana White is the Real Housewife. That's what we do.
Let's hope Dana White never comes here.
Right. He probably never will now. All right, y'all. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's go to the baseball diamond. Oh, speaking of baseball diamonds, y'all, I gotta shout out my team, my softball squad, the Lady Knights. We finally got our first win this weekend. Thank you, Lord. It was awesome. We lost like 3 weeks in a row, and when I say we lost 3 weeks in a row, it was extra special hard because we played 2 games every Sunday. So we lost 6 or 8 games in a row, but we finally got it done this Sunday. So shout out to the girls. I love y'all, man. We got it done. We're gonna keep it moving. But back to the MLB. Let's talk a little bit about who's hot and who's not. Mark, who's your pick for who's hot?
Who's hot? For teams, I have the Astros.
Okay.
Which at this point, it kind of feels like a safe bet.
Yep.
44-20, I think, is their record. 41-20, best record in the league. But what's interesting is right now they're about to go through some challenges because they haven't really had streaky play this year. Any loss has been an earned loss. But now your guy Keuchel, he's out.
Dallas Keuchel, he's out.
And they just put someone else on DL, another pitcher, McLennan.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have great pitching, and if they're losing that pitching to the DL, we could see a losing streak, I think, pop up.
Yes, we are certainly experiencing that at home, but we will get more into that a little bit later on. So, so that's your pick for who's hot?
That's my team. Yeah.
That's your team? Okay.
Who you got?
I got the Los Angeles Dodgers. They have won 6 of their last 10. They have actually climbed up in their division, which is the NL West. They are now 1.5 games behind behind Colorado. So just a couple of weeks ago, it was Colorado, Arizona Diamondbacks, and then the Los Angeles Dodgers. So they have managed to leapfrog the Diamondbacks, and now they're within 1.5 games of first place. They're led by their pitching core. They're the ones. They're really the MVPs of the league, and of the team, and they're the ones that are really getting it done. Day in and day out. As far as the pitching is concerned, they are the pitching. They're in first place with team earned run average, which is 321. 321 is very good for team average. And then also, number one with opponents' batting average. Opponents are only hitting 226 against these guys. And last week I talked, went on and on and on about Clayton Kershaw and everything that he's done. And, it's not even really about the batting. It's not really about Yasiel Puig. Adrian Gonzalez is on the DL right now, and they're really getting it done. There's also another guy that I wanted to talk about who is part of the pitching rotation, Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen, they managed to grab him in the off season, and he has been a real big bright spot and compliment to Clayton Kershaw in the rotation. This kid is he's really just getting started. He has, what is it? I believe he has 40 strikeouts as of right now. He's got like 40 strikeouts, and he has not allowed one walk yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so this kid is very impressive. He's got some really nasty off-speed pitches. He's got a slider that is just completely out of control. And between these two, you're not going to get any hits off of the Dodgers. And they've been putting the team on the back, and they're taking them to the top. So I'm pretty sure that they'll be in first place real soon. You guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk about the godforsaken Orioles, right? And we're even going to get into a little NHL Stanley Cup action. So, Mark, Keisha, just a bit outside. Be Exposed Radio. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? Mic check, mic check. Outsiders, are y'all there? We're there. We're here in the building. Welcome back, you guys. Our next segment is going to be a difficult one. It is about the Baltimore Orioles. You know, our beloved Baltimore Orioles. Where can I go with this? All right. There's so much bad stuff to say. We have gone from the mountaintop, top of the AL East, and now we're a bottom rung team. We're 6.5 games out of first. You know, there's only one team below us. That's the Toronto Blue Jays, and we're only. We only have a 1-game lead on them, so we could very well be in the basement dwelling.
We're a game above 500. They're a game below 500. It's ridiculous.
So sorry. They're currently on a 4-game losing streak. And a really quick side note, the Toronto Blue Jays, who I picked to go to the World Series, has remained in the basement of the AL East all season. So,
they're getting closer to 500, though.
Oh,
they were a lot further away.
Oh, Canada. That's all I'm going to say. Please, at least get above 500, man. Y'all making me look so bad out here.
It's not the days of Dave Winfield anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all. But back to the Booty Birds. Yeah, like I said, they're on a fire. That's what we do, even when it's our own team. They like I said, they're on a 4-game slide right now. It looks like they're going to drop tonight's game as well, so we might as well make that 5. Their road record is horrible. They're 10-20 on the road, so they're only winning about 30% of the time on the road, which is not good. The flip side of that is their home record is pretty much the same. It's 21-10, so they're winning 66% of the time at home. And they're winning only 33% of the time on the road, so they're going to have to figure that out. What do you think are our biggest problems, or the Orioles' biggest problem?
Injuries. And it's not even just the pitching staff. We've had Adam Jones out for, 5 games until last week. Machado just came back tonight from a few games out.
Right. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. But that was, like a spiking?
Something like
incident, I believe, during the Pittsburgh series. Andrew McCutchen, who I seem to like, and it is highly favored around the league. So, I don't think it's intentional. I think there was some speculation behind that. Me personally, I don't think it's intentional because, I don't know him personally, but he just doesn't seem like that type of guy, and he's revered pretty well around the league.
Yeah.
But, sliding. It pretty much took the spikes into Manny Machado's wrist, and he went on the DL for a couple of days.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So we we lost Machado for a little while. Who else did we lose?
Darren O'Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's one of our. He's not our best closer, but he's one of our good closers. When he comes out onto the field, everybody starts chanting "O'Day, O'Day, O'Day, O'Day." But we had already been dealing with the pitching, our pitching woes. But I'm so glad you brought up those other injuries of Machado and Jones, because you can tell how important they are to this team. We are always known for our bats. Yeah. We are always known for our offense. This stat right here is just, I'm big on stats. It's just staggering to me. Our run differential is -40.
Damn.
Yes, -40. Now, just, 3-4 weeks ago when we were on top, that thing was, it had to been at least a positive 30 something, but
most of that's probably from the Yankees series this weekend.
Yeah. Yankees put a nice dent on that differential, but
they outscored them 38-8 over those 3 games. That's 30 right there.
Well, then there you go. There you go. It's 30 runs right there. So they pretty much tacked that on all over this past weekend. So, as Mark said, the Orioles have been dealing with these injuries, and Machado, Jones, these are bats that we rely on.
Yeah.
Bats that we rely on. And then, adding to the mix, I mean, Chris Tillman, I feel like he just doesn't, I don't think he's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't been doing too well either.
A little gun shy, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his last start, they pulled him out early.
Yeah.
They pulled him out way early. Oh, okay, quick. One quick shout out. My girl Melody D from my game day football group down there in the Big Easy representing the NO. What's up, baby? But, it seems like it doesn't look like things are getting any better for the Orioles. As we said, that they're down 6-0 tonight. Do you think, I mean, you just talked about this guy over in Philadelphia, that pitcher that they,
Yeah.
do you think that's something that the Orioles should entertain? Should we go,
I think they definitely have hopes for the season, and they want to. They just designated Edwin Jackson for assignment, so that basically in baseball speak means he's gone. That's his 12th team over his career. I don't know why they would have picked up a guy like that. I mean, journeyman, there's something to be said for journeyman, but come on.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking for quick little fixes, and I don't know. The trade deadline is July 31st. Obviously, you hope that they're in a better position so that they can go after talent that would shore them up and put them towards a playoff run.
Right.
But it's not looking good right now.
I think they're, at this point, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of baseball left to be played, the cliche saying. But seriously, the odds of them, being playoff contenders are seriously slim.
Yeah.
Seriously slim. And, I've been saying it for years. Like, honestly, it's not enough for you to have, hot bats. Because, I mean, we're seeing it right now. Because when, at every point in the season, I mean, there is no one team out there, and you can go back as far as you like, that just hits the whole entire season.
Yeah.
Bats get hot, bats cool off, as a team.
You have 162 games. There's always going to be streaks.
Right. And this is, at times like these, when, you're not necessarily really hitting as much, or you're dealing with a lot of injuries with your lineup, you need good pitchers to hold you down. You know what I mean? Or at least to keep the game manageable. And it's just like, we're just getting hit on both ends.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, have faith, Oriole fans. Hang in there. I'm not going to tell you how much faith to have. But, tonight we had Wade Miley on the mound. And this dude has given up 6 runs in 3 innings. And he's out of there. And now we have Ubaldo on the mound. So,
Which I was just going to bring up Ubaldo.
Okay, go for it.
What do you think the Orioles should do with him?
Get him the hell away from Baltimore as quickly as fired. Shots fired. Shoot them jumps. Right. I need 12 days. We went semi-automatic.
AR-15.
Dog. Yo.
That scene in Home Alone, the guy with the machine gun?
Yep. Man, Ubaldo Jimenez was seriously, the worst thing that is I've been an Oriole fan for 38 years of my life. I honestly cannot think of a worse acquisition.
Whoa.
Well, it's honestly, for the amount of money that we paid and the production value that we're getting from this, I'm pretty sure there's... Yeah, if you could think of a worse acquisition, please chime in on this conversation, because honestly, I can't think of one. I can't think of somebody that has come to the Orioles and I have been more disappointed too.
Now, I will say, obviously, he's not performing right now. Think back a couple years to the playoff run. He did perform. He is one of the best pitchers on the staff.
Okay.
When they signed him, they knew he was a streaky player. He would have long streaks of really good play and long streaks of really bad play. And with this contract, it's going to be hard to ship him off. If they do find a buyer, when he moves, he's going to hit that hot streak, and everyone's going to be like, "Why'd you trade him?" It's what's going to
happen. Arrieta. Pedro Strop. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I honestly think that it's time for him to go. You know what I mean? I honestly think it's going to be extremely difficult to get him out of here because, I mean, quite frankly, I mean, the dollar amount in the value. You know what I mean? If you weigh that, I mean, 'cause if you trade him, they would have to take on some of that salary, right?
I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Who's gonna wanna do that for a pitcher who is current ERA is 6.58? Okay, and how many did we give him? How many millions did we give him?
A lot of Benjamins.
It was a lot of Benjamins. I mean, like, I don't know what was worse, the Flacco contract or this crap. Yeah, I'm on one today. But, yeah, it's going to be extremely hard to shop him around. I mean, especially when you're not performing. I think the Orioles are going to have a hard time. I'm going to, over the next week, I'm going to be looking into the farm system because I do know at one point the Baltimore Orioles had one of the best farm systems in the league. And I believe it's the boys down there in Norfolk.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we've got some young guys down there who are dealing that would love an opportunity to come to the major league. So, hopefully, and you said trade deadline is when?
July 31st.
July 31st. Okay, so O's, you got about a month and a half to get your head out of your culo and get something done. Okay, and for the sake of all of us Oriole fans here, please, let's try to do something. Let's turn that corner, switch gears, and get good again.
Speaking of the farm system, like I said earlier, Major League Draft is tonight.
Yes.
Orioles with the 21st pick select from Valdosta, Georgia, a left-handed pitcher by the name of D.L. Hall. So he's going to be hitting our farm system, and 3 years from now, maybe he'll be here.
All right, nice. Hey, welcome to the family. Okay, let's talk about that kind of does it. I don't want to dwell too much on the Orioles. Hey, you guys, now that I'm thinking about it, if y'all at home like watching the game, if anything exciting happens, can you let your peoples know? Because we can't really see the game right now. Hey, and shout out to my man Charles. Hey, Melody, thank you for inviting Charles to the show, and hope to see you again next week, Charles. Let's talk about the NHL.
NHL?
Yes, we got a few minutes left, so let's talk about that a little bit. Last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins stunned the Nashville Predators, winning Game 6 and ultimately winning the whole shebang. I mean, they are the 125th Stanley Cup champions.
Back to back.
Yes, back to back. And let me tell you, you guys, I'm always going to be completely honest with you guys here at Just a Bit Outside. I am not a major hockey fan, okay? But I'm trying to get better with my trade. With my profession. So I watched the hockey game last night from start to finish. Okay, and if there's any hockey fans out there, I'd love for you to weigh in on this as well. Game 6 was off the chain. Mark, I wish you could have saw me like in the house. I had the dog right here. Our eyes were like huge the whole time. Like, if you were a casual NHL fan or you really didn't know anything about the NHL, if your TV just so happened to land on that game last night, all it took was like 30 seconds and you would have been hooked. I mean, the goalies on both sides were amazing, dog. I mean, there were about between the two teams, I believe there were about 55 shots on goal.
Damn.
Right before a goal was even scored, yo.
Whoa.
Yes, and right, yes. I mean, it was crazy, and they were in Nashville, and that's why I kind of, talked to you earlier about is it better to, to beat the ass on the enemy ground or to take it home for the fans. But, the Penguins were in Nashville, and, man, I mean, just the defense on both sides was just, it was just incredible. One of the big things were, I would say it was about 11 minutes left into the game, right? Where Nashville had a power play off of a penalty, right? So they were down to, Nashville had 5 players, and Pittsburgh had 4. So when you have a power play, there's a penalty. The hockey player goes into the penalty box for a certain amount of time and is not allowed to play with the team. So you're at a huge disadvantage. Okay, Pittsburgh. And there was like about 30 seconds left into the power play. These guys got another penalty, and another player had to go into the penalty box. So at this point, Nashville had a 5-3 advantage.
Wow.
Okay, for at least 30 seconds. But you guys, hold the phone. Don't go anywhere. We're about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about the NHL, and also we're going to give you one more update on tonight's games. Just a bit outside. Keisha, my man Mark, giving it to you on a Monday night. Hey guys, welcome back. We are in the final stretch. Man, I can't believe we made it, dog.
Goes by so fast.
Yeah. Really quickly, you want to do some last minute updates, final updates for the night?
Yeah, right now Cavaliers are up 39-33, so it's a still tight game.
God damn
11 minutes in the second left to go, so it'll be halftime when we get home.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching that second half. Also, the Orioles are on the board. They got 2 runs. It's 6-2.
It's a baseball miracle.
And finally, the Nationals are still 9-6 against the Braves, and that's middle of the 7th. So that's where we stand right now.
Yep, Nationals aren't skipping a beat. Okay. When we left off, we were talking about the Stanley Cup and the NHL. I kind of left it at like a cliffhanging type moment, so I'm just going to finish this up really quickly. Pittsburgh Penguins survived a 5-3 power play. Okay, so even though they only had 3 people on the ice, they managed to get out of that without 1 goal being scored. And like I said, the first goal was not scored until a minute and 35 seconds left in the game.
Damn.
Right. So this game was 0-0 the whole entire time. Nashville was in it. They thought they were going to tie up this series and take it to Game 7. And, Patrick Hornquist had something to say about that and said, not tonight. And, he got that first goal. And it was crazy because it was like that goal just, I don't know, it ignited something within, Pittsburgh. It was almost like they said, we got this goal. Let's put the nail in the coffin right now. Because, a minute later, they scored another goal, with 13.6 seconds left in the match. Pretty much, I mean, if you could have saw the faces of the fans in Nashville. I mean, the catfish was being thrown onto the ice. And if you're a hockey fan, like, please explain that to me. What is up with the catfish?
Yeah, I don't get
thrown on the ice. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, it's crazy.
A few years back, I remember them throwing octopus on the ice in Detroit. But I understand that. The reason being that way back in the day for the NHL, you needed 8 games to win the series. So 8 octopus.
Yeah.
But I do not understand the catfish.
Yeah. And, second goal was scored by Carl Hagelin. Sidney Crosby, the great Sidney Crosby, was the NHL MVP. What? So, yeah, that was pretty awesome for the city of Pittsburgh. I think Sidney Crosby's legacy has kind of been solidified.
Absolutely.
With this run. I mean, he was amazing last week and had an awesome, 2017 playoff run. So shout out to the Pittsburgh Penguins and congratulations on that. Okay, I hear that music, so you know what that means. It's time for our feel good story. We always like to end our night on a good note. And tonight I would like to talk about former New Orleans Saints player Tyrone Leggett, who has opened the only black-owned grocery store in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Right. That is just crazy, yeah. Shout out to him for that. Not only does he open up this grocery store, but he has put 300 plus families into homes. So that is somebody who is out there, making a direct impact on the community, keeping ties with the team and the city that they used to play for. So shout out to Tyrone Leggett and all your efforts that you're doing. That's awesome, man. Hey, this is Mark, Keisha. As always, we have a great time with you guys. Tune in next week at Monday at 8 p.m. Baltimore. Spread love, yo.
That does it for us on the O'Reilly Factor. Good night.
You use Tearless Baby.